Hello, my viewers all over the world. Mr. Chidel is here again. And this time around, I'm going to treat sequences and series, otherwise known as AP and GP. Now, I have an example on the board which says I should calculate the common difference in the following. I'm going to calculate the common difference here. So in AP, you get the common difference by knowing your terminologies. Every time you see the first term means an A. So A means first term. The common difference they talked about is the common difference, and number of terms is n, Tn, which is number of terms. So anytime you come across a sequence problem, all you need to do first is to state the formula, and the formula is going to be Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1d. And where Tn has been explained, number of terms, A means the first term, D is the common difference. So let's bring this down to this place. In this problem, we do not need to do much. All we need to do is to identify the first term, second term, third term. This means that there are other terms. So here I will do my D is equals to T2 minus T1, where the T2 means second term and T1 means first term. That is to say, here I will have my T1, here I have my T2, and here I have my T3. So therefore, it still equals to T3 minus T2. I now have my D as 3 minus 1, therefore my D is equals to 2. It's quite easy. So I have another example in example 2. Example 2, this one has negative. I have negative 2, negative 5, and negative 8. So I'm going to do the same thing to them. What I will do is simple. I already know my formula, which is Tn equals A plus n minus 1d. That is, they are looking for a particular number of terms. But in this case, they are just looking for the common difference. And the common difference, as usual, is T2 minus T1, which is still equals to T3 minus T2. I know my T2, I know my T3, and I know my T1, so I can just assign the values T1, T2, and T3. So let me now substitute. D will be minus 5 minus 2. So I will have my D here as minus 5 minus. From my knowledge of directed numbers, I know that minus will give me plus. That is plus 2. Therefore, my D is equals to minus 3. Looking at my third example, I have that if the fourth term of an AP is 13 and the 10th term is 31, I'm asked to find the common difference. Also, find the first term and then the 21st term. So what I will do in this case is, knowing that I've already found the common difference in my previous examples, I can simply apply my formula and get my answer. So in this case, I'm going to solve it starting from here. First term of an AP is 13. So I will state my formula Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1d. So my Tn is T4 because it said fourth term, which is equals to A. I wasn't giving the A in the question. The A, remember I said, is the first term. I don't know the A. So A plus n, the mention of 4. I'll say 4 minus 1. D, do I know the D? No, I don't. So I will have T4 is equals to A plus 3D. But I know my T4. It is mentioned in the question that my fourth term is 13. So in place of T4, I will replace with the meaning, which is equals to A plus 3D. At this point, I have my equation 1, because simultaneous equation is an equation of two unknowns. Here, I do not know my A, which is the first term, and I do not know my D. which is the common difference. And if you look at what they asked me to do, they said I should find the first term and find the common difference. So automatically it will lead me to a simultaneous equation. So I'm going to do the same thing to the second statement. The second statement is and the 10th term is 31. Therefore, I will also do the same, stating the formula for 10th term, which is T10 is equals to A plus 9D. T10 is known by me as 31. So in place of T10, I will replace it with 31 is equals to A plus 9D as my equation 2. I have equation 1, I have equation 2. So at this point, I'm going to arrange both of them and solve them simultaneously. So I will bring equation 1 there, solving simultaneously. Will be, let me bring 31 is equals to A plus 9D, and then 13 is equals to A plus 3D. So I'm going to solve simultaneously. Since A and A are equal, they are equal, I'll simply subtract, so I can eliminate it. So this method I'm using is called elimination method. There are other methods I can use, like I have the substitution method, I have the matrix method, which I will still do in my subsequent videos. But for now, let us go with elimination method. So I'm going to eliminate A and A so that everything about them will give me space to solve the others. 9D minus 3D, I will have 6D equals to 31 minus 13. I'm going to get, this is going to give me 8, and here it's going to give me 2 minus 1 is 1. That's 18. 18 is equals to 6D. So for me to get the coefficient of D, to get the value of D, I'm going to divide all through by the coefficient, which is all over 6. All over 6. 6 will take care of 6. 6 here 1. 6 here is 3. Therefore, my D is equals to 3. So I have succeeded in solving for the first one, which is the common difference. I'm going to substitute the value of D into any equation of my choice. How do I do that? I can decide to use equation 1 or equation 2. Anywhere I see D, I substitute as 3. So let me trash that immediately. It's going to give me, using equation 1, which is, equation 1 is 13 is equals to A plus 3D. So anywhere I see D, I replace with the value there. 13 is equals to A plus 3. D is 3. So this is 13 is equals to A plus, this and this will give me 9. So I will now collect like terms. A, therefore, is going to be 13 minus 9. 13 minus 9 will give me 4. Therefore, A is equals to 4. For the third question, we start to find the 21st term. So for the 21st term, I'm going to simply state my formula. T21st equals to A plus 20D. I have my A as 4. I have my D as 3. So I will quickly go ahead and do that. 21 is equals to A is 4 plus 20D. My D is 3. So T21 will be 4 plus, this is going to give me 60. Therefore, T21 is equals to 64. I've been able to crash that. This is a WAEC question. So for those of you that are writing WAEC, you have the opportunity to be visiting my page where you get frequently repeated WAEC questions. And I would like you to share, subscribe, and follow.